to see you back again. Thank you for coming back.
Hey, Alissa, absolutely. Hey, look, I wanted to share a situation that we had as a result of COVID-19 with you so that you can let your clients and listeners know what they need to look for.
Okay.
It was a very shocking situation. We weren't expecting it, but we should have been. And so here's what happened. My client, he sold his house on Wednesday. On Friday, we were supposed to close on his purchase. And Friday morning, we had the package from the lender. We had the money from the lender. We had the closing disclosure. And the client was supposed to come in at about 11 o'clock that morning and sign. Well, prior to him arriving, we received notice from the lender that they could not close the loan because their investors were putting a halt on all loans of this type and for this situation. Well, we floundered around for a little while. And long story short, we ended up closing the loan at about 3:30 that evening, but it did not fund until the next week. And so as I understand it, the situation was this. The lender, this was not a direct loan. The lender themselves were not lending this money directly to the client. This was a section of loans that they had investors that would have purchased. And because the market was so volatile at the time, the lenders put a halt on all their lending. And so when they did that, this bank in particular was required to stop all closings at that point immediately. This was very scary for my client because they didn't have a home to live in. Well, we were able to eventually work it out, and things worked out, and it closed Friday afternoon and it funded on Monday, luckily. But it could have even funded on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of the next week. We didn't really have any control. It was all about when are the investors going to say, okay, go, we'll lend. And we were just sort of up in the air and at their discretion.
I mean, there was a chance that they could have just said, oh, you know what, we're not doing this at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They could have. And in this particular situation, we had to sign Friday in order to get with the client what they needed. If we hadn't signed Friday, they probably wouldn't have closed, period. So what clients need to know is you need to be really talking to your lenders. Find out what kind of lender are they? What kind of loan are you getting? Is the bank itself or the lender itself lending you the money? Or are they going to sell this loan to an investor? What are the chances the investors can back out? If the investors stop buying, or does that mean they can't do this loan for me? What are the other options? What are the backup plans for your loan? And what type of loan are you getting so that you understand what other loans are out there so you can make an informed decision. You may get a really good rate with one type of loan, but maybe the situation isn't as secure as another type of loan that you know is not going to fall through.
Yeah. So basically, and this, it doesn't matter what type of loan. It doesn't matter if it's conventional, FHA. It matters that you talk to the lender and find out if they are looking for investors to lend to.
As I understand it, that's really the key. If they're relying on an investor for this loan, then that's where it becomes a little sketchy. And so it's really important to just talk to your lenders and find out as much information about your loan so that you're prepared and that you're getting what you need, the right type of loan. Make sure that you can make an informed decision. And I'm sure some of the great lenders that you have on your team, Alissa, can shed more light on this for us. I only know my one situation and what happened there, but it's certainly something to be concerned about.
For buyers and sellers, if you are doing a transaction where you're buying or selling through a lender, make sure you ask the lender, no matter what loan it is, if the lending is contingent on investors, someone else's money, basically.
The easiest thing to do would maybe be to just ask, hey, look, is this loan subject to the volatility of the market? Is there a chance this loan could be denied or snatched back based on the market if the market turns? That's really a good question too. Keeping it kind of broad, that way they don't have any wiggle room.
Well, that's good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Angie.
Thank you, Alissa.
Anything to?
That's all I've got for today, and I wish everybody out there good luck and just keep buying and selling.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Comment below with any questions you may have and share with your friends and family. Alissa Lightman here, your host, and you can find me on social media. I want to thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.